Remember that I promised you I'm gonna do a video that talks about government funding. There's government funding program that is currently going on that is handled by Sedfa. Sedfa stands for Small Enterprise Development and Finance Agency. It's an agency that falls under Minister Stella Ndabene's department. And remember when I said that all these years I've been applying for grants, sometimes I'll drop during the process, or maybe sometimes you'll get difficult with people who are working in the offices. But this time the program is done through online. So you are applying for yourself, which means there are processes that you need to follow when you are applying this. So you need to be patient when it comes to the whole thing. So I'm encouraging you to try and apply this so that next time we don't complain about Minister Stella Ndabeni not offering us funding. So unfortunately, I did it myself. I was just applying, going through it just to see how it works, because I don't want to share information that I've got no clue about, or share information that I've never went through it. I'm saying I might not get it, but we don't know. You might get it. I mean, people's luck are different, so we experience luck differently. You don't know. You can apply and get it. I can apply and not get it, even though you got the information from me. So I'm saying, if ever you've got time, please go sit down and try to apply it. The information I'm going to share is just a summary, but it will be a start for you in order to make sure that you start beginning with going through the whole process. So I'm encouraging you to go and apply it. Number one, like I said, you need to be a South African citizen. It applies to both new businesses as well as businesses that have been operating. It does not have an age limit. It's not for the youth, or does not apply for black people or white people. It does not matter. You apply as long as you are a South African citizen. Number two, your company needs to be registered. We all register our business as CIPC. So that's information for another day. If you want me to take you through that, I can do that, but not on this video. So your company needs to be registered, and there are questions that you're going to be answering until the end. And there are also going to be attachments that you need to attach at the end in order for you to qualify for the grants. And I am so sure that there are a lot of people who are applying for this grant, because the first group was awarded last year. I remember I applied, but we're doing through an email. I messed up the email, and then I end up not seeing that I've put a wrong email. But I know a couple of people who received that granting, so I know that the minister is actually giving people access to start their small businesses. So I'm asking you, if ever you've got a small business and you are struggling with getting the loan to start your business, maybe this is an opportunity for you. The program is run by Sedfa, and it's called Assets Assist. Assets Assist. Because the government at this time is just helping small businesses with assets. So they are going to give you money. They're not going to give you money directly, but they are going to give you funds that they will pay directly to the people where you want to buy your machineries or equipment and so forth. They don't give you straight cash. They are going to pay directly to the tax invoices that you are going to also attach when you are applying for this funding. Hear me out. They don't give out the 250,000 cash. So because they are assisting you with assets, what they will be doing if you are granted this, they will be paying directly to the people where you found quotations from. Do you guess me? So they're not going to put hard cash 250 in your account and say, here's the money, go and buy. No, there are processes that you're going to do, and while you are applying, you will attach those quotations to show that you are serious about the business. Will attach the quotations as well as the contact person that the government will contact directly in order for them to purchase those assets for you. Remember, your company also, besides being registered with CIPC, you must also have a tax clearance. a tax clearance is given to any company by SARS. And also, if you want help with that, it's something that I can help you out outside this video. And you must have been employing 90% of South African. If your business has been operating, you should have 90% of the people that are South African and have a valid business address. You can also use your own address that appears on the CIPC, but you need to attach something that shows the proof of address. Because remember, like I said, this is for South African citizens. Also importantly, you're gonna have to attach a proof of ID. You're gonna have to attach a proof of ID also on those attachments. So I've already told you 50% of the work that you are going to be doing. Another thing that is needed then is a business plan on how you're gonna use your assets. Why do you need those assets? How are they going to improve your business and so forth? Those things are the ones that I can help you out of this video. It's not something that I can do on this video, because if I try to cover everything, we're not gonna cover as much as possible regarding this government funding. Please, I'm urging you to go and apply. We don't know if you're going to get it or not, but at least try to be active when the government gives out something that works for small businesses. This is grants. These are grants. 250 for on assets is grants. So it's not a loan. Instead of complaining that banks don't give loans to small businesses, at least try to apply on this one, because this is grants and it's not a loan. And you can also apply if you are sole proprietor, meaning you are one of those people who are the only person in the business, and your business, you as an individual are the business. I'm talking about people like lawyers, doctors, and so forth. Those who are moving businesses. I'm sure you get what I'm trying to say. And remember, you must also have a lease agreement. If you don't have a lease agreement, just attach a municipal account or proof of residence, like I said, for your business and for yourself. But remember, with this money, before they award it to you, they are going to do a FICA research. Meaning, doing a FICA on someone is just to check if this person is able to repay their loans, if they've got loans, if ever they've got accounts, they're able to repay those accounts properly and so forth. But it does not mean if you've got debts or maybe you've got accounts and so forth, they're not going to grant you. They're going to grant you. They just want to check if ever you are able to use funds properly. And another thing that they're going to need, which is important, they are going to need a cash flow projections for 3 years. You must do a 3-year cash flow projection, as well as the CVs of directors of those companies. If you are the only person, just attach your CV. I know this sounds like it is a lengthy process. It feels like it's a long process, but I am just saying, if you've been looking for loans from banks to fund your business, maybe this is the time for you to check and go to the website, go through it thoroughly and check the things and tick off the things first that you know you already have them, that they will help you to apply or with these processes. Start with the simple ones and end with the difficult one. I stayed on the computer for like 4 hours trying to complete that form. Like I'm saying, I wasn't completing it mainly because I'm looking for the funding. Of course, it would be nice to get it, but it's because I wanted to come and share this information with you. So I'll put a link below for the link for Sedfa to make it simple for you, in order for you to just click on the link and take you straight so that you can start with the application processes. And also there are companies or activities that are not eligible for application. So something like NGOs, Sorry, I got cut because you know TikTok give you limited time when it comes to videos and sharing information. So it only was 10 minutes. So I got cut. So I'm doing part 2 now. As I was still sharing that there are companies or organizations that do not qualify for these grants, the asset assist grant. Number 1 is cooperatives. They don't get funding from this program. There are other programs that from the same department that offers granting for cooperatives, but this one is not one of them. Or number 2, they don't cover the cost that you have already incurred before applying for this program. So if ever you've got machineries or equipment that you bought before this program, they're not gonna cover it. They only do dealing with quotations, the things that you haven't applied yet and you are looking for them to expand your business or to start a business. Number 3 is business with a turnover of over 3 million per annum. If ever your company is making 3 million per annum or more, unfortunately, they're not gonna fund you. This is for small businesses, remember. Or if ever you want to apply the funding as a bonus payment, they don't cover those ones. It's only for assets, remember. And another thing is cost associated with tenders or tendering documentations. They don't cover for those processes. No, they don't. It's for assets. Always put that in mind. Or any illicit business activities, those crimes or businesses that they can get you in trouble also, then don't cover for. Who zama, don't zama for this one. Sorry. Liquor or cigarette purchasing as stock, they don't cover for bottle stores or money that you want to use to buy stock for alcohol or cigarettes and so forth. They don't cover for those things. But I'm sure if you own a restaurant, you can apply for other things, but not to buy stock like for alcohol or liquor as well as cigarettes. Other companies that don't qualify is the ones that are doing gambling related activities. They don't qualify for this. And non-business related infrastructures or activities, as well as if ever you want to purchase a car and that car is not going to be used for business, unfortunately they don't cover that. So I'm saying for those who want to buy a car, they do cover those, but maybe the business needs to be reliant on the car. For an example, people who are starting courier companies, they can apply for that kind of funding because you've got proof that you're going to use that car for business related purposes. Also, state employees that are employed by the government, unfortunately, if you've got a personal number, you're not gonna be awarded this grant. Remember, you do have to attach your ID copy. You need to attach your ID copy, so that will help the department to go into the database and check in the database if ever your ID number or your names don't appear under government employees. So they don't fund people who are already working for government or who are public servants. So they are also prohibited from applying this. So I'm trying to make the video as short as possible. I'm not going to share everything 100%. I'm not going to share everything 100%, but this is the start for you to go and start searching for information. Remember that I'm going to put the link below, or just go to Google and search Sedfa. It's SEDFA, which stands for Small Enterprise Development and Finance Agency. Please, good luck. Take your time and apply for this. We don't know people's luck. We are different when it comes to the eyes of the Lord. Maybe this is your time. Maybe this is the breakthrough you've been looking for. I am urging you to go and apply. Please don't be lazy. Yes, it's going to take you 3 to 4 hours of you sitting on the laptop trying to apply and so forth. It's a tiring process, but I think it is worth it, especially if you're going to get the funding. I think it's worth the try. Let's just try and stop complaining. Remember, I said this is 2025. We are doing things differently. We are doing things differently in 2025, and it can be a start. One important information I forgot to share: this program is closing on the 22nd of January this month, sometimes during the week. It's closing. But if ever you are a business person or you've always wanted to have a business, and most of you guys already have these documents lying somewhere, you were just waiting for that break. Maybe this is your break. Don't be lazy. Just go and sit down and start applying. For those who don't have registered companies, this is not the end. There are other government programs that I will share with you that you can do for later. But for those who've got papers now, please don't let this opportunity slide. Just go through the whole process and apply. And if you are looking for company registration, SARS and so forth, information that you need to do documentation for the next round, don't despair. Don't lose hope. I can also assist in those things. You can just contact me or inbox me on Facebook, inbox me on TikTok, inbox me on Instagram, on YouTube, or I'll give you my contact details where we can communicate, and we can start with the process of you registering your small business, so that next time when an opportunity like this comes, you already have those papers. You already have those papers ready. All you have to do is just to apply. Like I said, this information was only to share about this program that the government is currently running. For any other questions that may apply to you personally and is not specifically for this granting, you can just inbox me, or maybe just contact me on WhatsApp. I'll leave my number, and then we can try to get you those papers, so that next time when the program comes, then you can apply as well. We don't want to leave anybody behind. 2025, we are not leaving anybody behind. Even the lazy myself, I'm taking my bum off the ground, and I'm saying I'm going to do something this year. I'm no longer going to be lazy. No, let's just make sure that we do this thing and we do it correctly. If we don't get it, I don't know how we'll get information on knowing how or why we did not get it, so that next time we are ready to apply. But I'm saying, let's take this opportunity. I go by the name of Ponso Makwela. Whatever I'm sharing is just information that I know. I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not qualified to give finance information. But if there's information that I feel we should share and do whatever that we can do to make sure that our small business gets us, like, we move at least 5 steps towards a financial breakthrough, I'll share the information that I know. So from me today, that's enough. But going forward, let's just work together and make sure that we build a South Africa that we all want. Signing out.